All right, you guys, welcome back. Thanks so much for your patience while I was out of town. I appreciate how kind and considerate you guys have been. So now, first off, the winner of yesterday's prize, and by the way, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm doing a prize giveaway every single day on this particular series of videos that I put out. So if you're wondering why I do that, I do it every year just to thank my subscribers. So first off, let me tell you who yesterday's winner was. It is Carrie Wilson. So that was the that purple moon pendant. Okay, so Carrie, if you would reach out to me, you'll find that right there in the description box is my my email. Please copy and paste my email when you send me an email, just so you make sure that it gets to me, because I've had a couple of prize winners who have not they didn't copy and paste, and so they got my email wrong. So it took a while to get that sorted out. Okay, but yeah, copy and paste my email, send me a little email, let me know where you'd like me to mail your prize to, and please do make sure that you double check the email, or excuse me, the physical address that you want me to ship it to, because someone else gave me the wrong address. And so that also has taken like 4 weeks to solve that mystery. So I just want you guys to have the easiest possible transaction for these prizes. All right, let's make sure they get into your hands. So the item that I'm giving away today is the Sacred Self-Care Oracle by Jill Pye. So if you would like to enter to win this, you can do it one of two ways. You can either just write self-care, or you can tell me, what do you like to do for self-care? For me, I like to take long walks. That is probably one of my best things for like all aspects of my mind, my physical self, all of it. But yeah, anyway, you notice now we are in front of this backdrop of the Greek Parthenon. So we're going to be doing a series right now that will talk some more about mythology, which is a thing I love on my channel. If you're new here, I'm a storyteller. I use mythology. I have folklore, international things, a little touch of everything. That's the kind of storyteller I am. I'm not a psychic, so just bear that in mind. Have fun while you're here. But I always start this series out with something real that happened. And honestly, you know, it's always about my dog. And my little doggy he's just in one of these moods where he's become particularly chewy again, which I think is funny because he's out of puppy phase. But oh my goodness, he was very intrigued with some paintbrush handles that he had spied, and he remembered where they were. And for like 45 minutes, he was like a naughty little kid who wanted to eat a cookie, and I had to keep an eye on him and keep him away from those paintbrush handles. So all I can say is maybe somebody wants something they're really not supposed to have. Let's start that way. But aside from that, I did do a pre-shuffle also because I wanted to start out with mythology. So we got actually an Egyptian god, Thoth, for our starting point of this story. As I said, maybe there's something about somebody wants something that they maybe shouldn't have. But when we add in the story of Thoth, the god of all wisdom and knowledge, and although this is an Egyptian god and we're sitting in front of the Greek pantheon, Parthenon, the Greek pantheon of gods also kind of adopted Thoth and renamed him Hermes. So in Egypt, he is the ibis, that the bird ibis-headed god, and he presides over like especially language and writing and scribing. He found power in words. He developed the alphabet in the Egyptian pantheon, and he was attributed to have also been the one who instructed Isis on how to resurrect her husband Osiris when he had been killed. He also is the one who instructed Horus in some matters of great importance. And so we continuously see him as someone who finds the power of words, but it also very heavily associated with wisdom. And so the way I would interpret this, also the fact that Thoth became Hermes when the Greeks kind of adopted this deity, I would almost say that we have two things to talk about with this for our story. We first talk about someone who is perhaps seeking knowledge, and they may be taking information from one location and bringing it or applying it elsewhere, keeping the message the same but applying it differently. This could also be a message that somebody needs to have a conversation to find information, to find the right words. Now, this card reminds us that we all have internal wisdom, but there is also one flip side, which is, can there be such a thing as like too much information where it overburdens? Yes, that's possible as well. But I'm going to start the storyline out with basically that message of like finding answers. Somebody is seeking answers to something. Now, I will say Thoth is married to Ma'at, And in the Greek pantheon, she is the goddess of balance and justice. So we may have somebody who's seeking wisdom in matters of something that should be made harmonious, or something maybe even of a legal matter. And again, like we said, maybe somebody's reaching for something that they really shouldn't have. Maybe somebody is looking for information about stuff, and it's like the wisest thing to do would be to quit seeking information on it. And we have that 10 of Cups. It's just shown up. I almost want to say this. Is somebody overlooking great happiness, or are they questing for it, but they might be getting bogged down, or they might be looking for happiness in places where it's like you already have what you need. So why are you continuously seeking other things? Or why are we focused on something that didn't go right, or something that wasn't fair, when the universe has gifted us something else really beautiful? We've got this Knight of Wands here. The Knight of Wands can be a flash in a pan kind of passion. It's not the 10 of Cups. These two cards are distinctly different. This is the quick, like exciting passion, but it can fade very fast. This is the forever and ever, I'm building a legacy with, the love of my life kind of energy. So maybe someone is starting to recognize the difference between the quality of a relationship, of what they had versus what they could have. I almost feel like, how committed is someone to something? And I feel like that's a question being posed. We've got the shadow side in the reverse. This is starting to look like we have a story of someone who's, I want to say, since it's in the reverse, they're actually recognizing what's truly important. 2 of Wands. Oh, hold on. No, I'm going to change that. Someone is reflecting right now with wisdom. Someone is reflecting on a mistake that they made, something where they didn't do things in a fair and balanced way. Someone had an opportunity for great, great, great happiness. And now that they're no longer wrapped up in their ego, their shadowy side, they're seeing it. They're saying, I had a choice between a flash in a pan or long-lasting, tremendous happiness. I feel like this is already, someone's reflecting on this. And I only say that because the shadow side is in the reverse, so somebody has been illuminated. We have a Page of Cups in the reverse. Someone stood there and they had a choice to make. They may have chosen not to either say sorry or not to offer something. 7 of Cups, Knight of Cups. They're very confused. Where do I offer my cup? I almost feel like this person did nothing. They saw 2 avenues: excitement and I don't know what could happen, or long-term success and tremendous happiness. But they stood at this moment and said, gosh, I don't know what I want. To me, that seems like a slam dunk that you want the 10 of Cups, but this is not me. This is a character, right? So let's see. Temperance. This person has wanted to figure out, well, not wanted, they have figured out at this point that they operated out of confusion. Now there's a sense of peace. Now there's a sense of harmony, because they're able to reflect on why they had to choose instead of just knowing what their heart really wanted. Hold on, that's way too many cards. I almost feel like I want to change decks again. We got a 3 of Cups sideways. Did this person not choose either? Is that what it was? I'm not even sure that excitement that we saw there was ever a genuine option, but rather it was like the mystery, the allure of, well, I have this wonderful 10 of Cups in front of me, but how do I know about what's up ahead? This could be someone who didn't choose a long-term relationship at all, because it was like, well, I could be single and free and have adventures, or I could have this amazing commitment and this amazing lifetime thing. And they just sat in a state of, I don't know what I should do. Like, that's kind of what it looks like to me. And as they got more balanced here, unfortunately, as they got more balanced, they recognized that they made the wrong mistake. They made a mistake. They chose wrong. They didn't go after success. They went after nothing, actually. That's the weirdest part. This person, it was more like analysis paralysis, confusion about, oh my gosh, I have this wonderful opportunity, but I'm not sure. Shouldn't I find out more about it? Shouldn't I man, they blew this one up as far as like, crashing that tower down, right? The lightning struck. The lightning blew this up. The tower, it's a real tower moment for this person to realize that they had a 10 of cups right there and they knew it. They absolutely knew it. But they just, let's go back to that shadow side card. Tell me about the shadow side, because they're no longer in the shadow energy, which is why they're able to clearly understand the mistake that they made. Knight of Pentacles and the Moon. So, but when they were still in the shadow side, what they weren't admitting to that 10 of Cups person was that I really just want to drag this out and go super, super, super slow. I'm not going to admit that that's what I want to do. Like, I want the 10 of Cups. They've always wanted the 10 of Cups. In their mind, not choosing the 10 of Cups was just them making sure that they didn't choose it too fast, because they still weren't 100% sure that they didn't prefer the idea of being single and being able to race in any direction. So they went really slow. But here's the thing. They didn't go slow. They ruined this in this story, right? The inability to choose made it so that they couldn't move forward at all. But the big secret was they just wanted to go really, really slow. This was, in a nutshell, this was just somebody that wasn't ready for a genuine commitment yet. And what's so wild is that all this time that they were trying to like not choose a completely wonderful 10 of Cups, they didn't choose anything else in its stead. That's the craziest part. There isn't any third party thing. There isn't any of that. They didn't ever meet anybody else. They didn't ever find anything else that would have made them happy. This person was saying, I know that I want the 10 of Cups. I'm just not ready to accept it yet, because there could be all these other things that maybe I want to suddenly climb a mountain in Nepal. What if I have to suddenly rush over here? I'm just not ready to be in a fully amazing commitment. Because what if I have to disappear and go do something super wildly exciting that is just... But the thing is, so they wanted to just slow walk this, but they never admitted that. So they lost the whole situation. And now with this Knight of Cups in the reverse, and that Tower and that 5 of Cups, this person has a lot of regret over not taking that option. Remember at the beginning when I said with both, it's about wisdom, but you know how there's like sometimes we're seeking knowledge, like what should I do? But then there's this thing about like, is there a time when you actually have too much information? This person, they seem to have operated off of this hunger for like, well, I don't know what to do, when they did know. Their inner wisdom was within them all the time. That's why they never found anything that they wanted more than that 10 of Cups. We don't even see other people here. We just saw somebody who was just not ready to settle down yet in this amazing life. Why were they not? Because my assumption is they probably had some more growing to do, right? Again, with the 3 of Cups in the reverse, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, High Priestess upright, Sun card upright, and then that 8 of Swords in the reverse. This person just had to get out of their own way. This person, it's so crazy because the only reason they just couldn't move forward is because the idea of, I want to say that the idea of what if the 10 of Cups doesn't sincerely want to stay with them. It's almost like they want to make sure after a huge, long, drawn out thing that 10 of Cups hasn't met somebody better than them. Something here about, I don't know, there's this, what's hidden away is almost like this person runs from happiness. They need to unblock the idea that they're allowed to be that happy. It's like they kept some kind of an idea in their head that maybe they were meant to be single. Like I said, we don't see other people in this story. We see someone who had this idea that maybe I'm supposed to be single. I mean, there's this amazing 10 of Cups, but maybe it's not a 10 of Cups that's supposed to be my love story, my life story. Maybe I'm supposed to just be, this person could have had this idea in their head that they're, always this, I'm going to say like a little James Bond character, a little femme fatale, whatever gender, doesn't matter to me, but someone who was always out there kind of like, the single, person who walks into a room and everybody's like, ooh, who's that? But the thing is, this person never acted on like getting together with other people. It was always more like, yeah, but maybe I'm supposed to stay that single, alluring person who never settles down. This is, that song should have been a cowboy, Toby Keith. There's just a storyline in here where it's like somebody always thought, yeah, but I'm the cowboy that rides away. Like my life is a movie, and in the movie, I'm always the person, the James Bond character, right? Or the cowboy. I'm always the one who is kind of a little untouchable. And I almost feel like they found this amazing happiness that they wanted, but they weren't done being that movie character in their mind or something. Yet at the same time, it's a strange little subtle twist of, but they didn't really believe that they could ever have this happiness. They needed to get unblocked from the idea that they couldn't have this kind of happiness. I feel like, I guess what I'm saying is it was a defense tactic. They see a 10 of cups, I want it, but later on when I think I could actually have it and really stay. So part of it was maybe a little ego, and part of it was they didn't really believe that they could keep that kind of happiness, that they could have a consistent, happy coming home kind of situation. Maybe this character, to me, this storyline smells like a character who maybe had been in long-term commitment that didn't work out well, and after a lot of years spent there, they reclaimed their independence or something, and then it was really unlikely in their mind that they would ever have an amazing 10 of cups, because yeah, they can see it, yeah, they want it, but they also just got their independence, and don't they need to stay independent? And maybe they're not meant for relationships, and sometimes relationships don't work out, but they really secretly want it, but they don't think that they can really do it, and secretly they don't really think that they can have that happiness, even though they know that this is their happiness. So they're trying to slow walk it, but none of this was ever done like in the forefront of anybody's mind. They keep looking for wisdom, getting almost bombarded with too many thoughts. I mean, come on, listen to me, like going around and around and all these crazy, like this, but that is very intricate and very difficult to explain. It's a great example of looking for too much information, right? Well, maybe I should do this, but I don't know about that. And really, the wisdom was always within them. Interesting, because there was never anybody else, is the craziest part. There was never any, well, first I want to have a couple of other relationships before I get with my 10 of cups. There wasn't even any of that. The 3 of cups came out sideways, and then in the reverse. We never had even any successful other situations. So this person really has just been needing to get to that temperance energy within themselves. Now that they're here, now they're recognizing, man, did I mess this one up? Okay, let me just ask this. Does this person understand their motives? Because we see that 5 of cups, right? And we see that tower. This person's not happy. Do they know what they want now? Death card. Yeah, they want to transform everything. They want a clean slate. They want a total do-over. They're balanced now. Now there's not a confusion. Now they're not standing at the 2 of wands saying, what should I do? Temperance again. This is a little temperance sandwich, okay? Like we've got temperance on either side now as far as the that need for that balance, right? They're in this balanced energy, so they want a major change to bring about even more balance. And remember, like Thoth is married to Ma'at, which is, balance and justice and, harmony. But I feel like somebody wants that little happy sandwich here. Let me just get things good. Do they know what they want? Yeah, they do. They actually want balance in their life. They can make a balanced choice now. Hold on. There's justice. Seriously, is this not wild? So a lot of Sag energy. We got Scorpio. Now we've got Libra coming in with the Justice card. And we got a King of Pentacles in the reverse. hold on now, because where they want to give at this point, hang on, I got to move these cards over because I'm running out of space very rapidly here. Where they would like to give at this point is to a situation that maybe doesn't want to give to them anymore. Because in my storytelling, when I see Lady Justice show up in the upright, it's where we have a situation where it's wrong and it needs to be made right. And we have a King of Pentacles. This could be, whomever our character dealt with, their 10 of Cups no longer wants to give to them. Their 10 of Cups no longer wants to build something stable with them because they weren't treated nicely in the past. But we have the Star card, Aquarius Star card, coming in to heal this. There is an awareness. This person wants to heal this at this point. Their mistake that they made in not listening to their inner wisdom. We have this 9 of Pentacles. They finally feel powerful enough in themselves. And here we have the owl, and the owl represents, an ancestor that is basically there, guiding her. I mean, like heavily guiding her. Like this is the ancestor, like staring somebody's face, like, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. And she's listening. This person is heeding the wisdom at this point. They recognize that their imbalance caused an imbalance toward a 10 of Cups, toward a very beautiful gift. They basically overthought the gift that they were given, right? And because of that, that gift no longer wants to give to them. So it is on their shoulders to heal this, is what this looks like to me. And they are very aware of this. Interesting tale. We have got a Page of Swords and we've got the 7 of Cups. So this person, guess what? Here they go again. This time we're still focusing on that Thoth card. They are seeking wisdom. The Page of Swords is we call them the spy of the deck, but really what it is it's someone who is seeking information. They don't know what to do. How do I fix this? They know what the task is, right? Here is the mission. The mission is they need to fix things with their 10 of Cups. They did wrong to their 10 of Cups. So their mission is they must fix it. And they know that. Star card has to be brought in. How do they convince their 10 of Cups that I have always known that you were my gift? How do I convince you of that when I didn't treat you like that? I acted like I didn't know if I wanted this. How do I do that? And everything is saying to them, you must do that. You must find the way. And they say, yeah, but what is the way? What is the way? Somebody needs to go talk to Yoda. Baby Yoda, right? The Hermit and the 6 of Wands. The answer here is either go talk to a Virgo that maybe they're intimidated by, go talk to somebody who's maybe their 10 of Cups is a fairly spiritual individual, someone that they feel intimidated by, but go face them. Or it is go down that spiritual journey and find the answer. It's going to require some deep dive. So if they're looking into someone, hold on, we got to get 1 or 2 more here, because those 2 cards to me could say one of 2 different stories. Oh no. We lost a card and I really don't know where it went. I don't see it at all. Oh, I'm sorry. It never went all the way down. Okay, I was like, what am I going to do? There's no card on the floor. It was like left teetering on the edge. The Queen of Wands. Okay, so the answer here is put yourself in the shoes of that 10 of Cups that you dismissed. See the situation through their eyes. This is the advice from, we'll say, Thoth to this person. This person is confused, right? How do I fix things with my 10 of Cups? And they're trying to figure it out, and they're more confused than ever. And the answer, I think this is a terrific answer. Put yourself, go imagine that you are the 10 of Cups that you didn't choose. That's what Thoth is saying to this person. Now, how would you want to be treated, especially now? Do you respect this person? Do you think highly of them? Do you think that they're the most attractive, sexy, handsome, amazing person? If that's true, treat them like that. Because you're dealing now with a Queen of Wands, but a spiritual Queen of Wands. You're dealing with somebody who's successful. You're dealing with somebody who's a catch. You're dealing with someone who anybody would be lucky to be with. You're dealing with somebody where there's going to be competition. That 10 of Cups was an absolute catch, and they wanted this person once upon a time, but you didn't snatch them up. So if you want them back, put yourself in their shoes and figure out how would you want to be treated. Figure out who this person really is. Oh, they're a catch. They're amazing. There's a lot of contenders for their hand. They're successful. They're intuitive. They're all these things. So if you want to capture a person's heart like that, approach them like you understand what their value is. First off, that's what I would say. But also approach them like you don't know all there is to know about them yet. So don't come in acting like, because that Virgo energy of that Hermit card also says there's a lot that you don't know about this person's life. So if this individual who didn't go after their 10 of Cups does choose to go toward their 10 of Cups now, it's to approach with, first off, the knowledge that they do have about this person. They're attractive. They're amazing. They're someone who is an absolute catch, and they are also a person of, with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, they're a person of deep mystery. There's a billion things I don't know about them. There's a billion things I never put in the time to get to know my 10 of Cups. Or like, I need to be interested. I need to show that this 10 of Cups is like someone that I want to really get to know. Oh my. I did not expect this reading to take this turn. 2 of Swords and Queen of Cups. Oof. And also don't approach like you think you're going to get them back, because you just might not. But your 10 of Cups is going to be really guarded. Really guarded. And to be able to handle the fact that they're probably going to be ice cold to you when you first approach, because you didn't choose them before. It's an interesting thing. I haven't had a storyline go this route where we're like, okay, well, what is this person seeking, and what's the way for them to approach their 10 of Cups to try to win their heart back. It's to put themselves in that person's shoes. It's to think about what they do know of this person, to imagine what this person would react like, because what would they react like given the same circumstances? And wow, here's our final card, the Hierophant. This person is going to have to connect with that 10 of Cups at a deeply spiritual level. And the only way they can do that is to first put themselves in that person's shoes, and then to approach this person with the gravity that this entire situation deserves. This person has to approach not with a flirtation, not with anything other than like a full-on offer of tremendous respect and tremendous commitment, almost like a major commitment offer, like practically out of the gate. They have to make their desire known right out of the gate. That seems to be the only way that they're going to maybe be able to pursue someone this valuable, is to treat them like they're that valuable, to respect them like they're that valuable, and to come in and say, I know that you're going to be blocked off. I know it's going to take time to win your heart, but I'm here to actually show up and to make that spiritual connection, and to show you that you matter, and to show you that I am who I say I am this time, that I'm not confused, that I'm not delaying having an amazing connection, that I've always known you were an amazing connection. That was never in question. This person actually has to, the Hierophant can be a marriage offer. This can be someone who's like, they're coming in kind of with a very serious commitment right out of the gate to say, this is what I'm here for. When you know someone's a 10 of Cups, and this person knew it a long time ago, but they messed this up real bad, it does make sense. It's going to be tough to convince probably the 10 of Cups that they didn't just like run off, and this person didn't actually leave because they were trying to find others. This person left because they weren't ready for a genuine connection yet. So they damaged this one, and they, to the point where I don't know if they can get it back. But in this storyline, all it is mapping out what they've learned. And again, the wisdom that they knew was in them all along, and then the wisdom that they need to seek this time around to help themselves approach this connection. So kind of an interesting, intriguing story. Not an easy one. Of course, after a few days away at travel, not going to come back and get an easy story, am I? As always, guys, I hope you enjoy my art. I hope you enjoy it for what it is. I am not a psychic. I don't give life advice. I don't tell you how to live, what to think, what to do. I support you, whoever you are, wherever you are, doing you. I hope you guys enjoy this for the fictional storytelling that it is. Thank you, as always, for your lovely energy in my world. And to just anyone who's entering to win, just know I always tell you the very next day who the winner is. So, for example, today is the 28th, and I showed you that deck of cards that we're giving away today, the self-care deck. Tomorrow in the bonus general message, I will tell you who the winner is. So if you are entering to win, make sure that you do check back in the following day to see if it's you. Okay, I've got a couple of unclaimed prizes. So take care, everyone, and thank you again for all your patience while I've been away. Bye.